So this video, we're just gonna have kind of fun. It's all speculations. So I'm gonna try to give you the most logic, what I think is the best position, in my opinion, for like basketball's sake, and then I'm gonna probably tell you what's most likely gonna happen, and I think my gut feeling for like actual reality, if that makes any sense. We'll start with Paul George. I think so. Let's just do process of elimination with Paul George. The Knicks are now out the window because of the Mikal Bridges signing, and I wouldn't want Paul George anyway because he wouldn't fit to have another guard, a ball handler. Although Paul George is 6'8", but like I said, Mikal Bridges being tall and filling that power forward, small forward, they're out. Um, the OKC, it just wouldn't make sense to me. They're out. Now let's do what I think he should go. And this is almost going to be a KD similarity when I get to him. Wouldn't it be pretty cool if Paul George went back to the Pacers? Because I think, if I'm correct, Pascal Siakam is either going to re-sign with the Pacers or he's going to walk and then get 30, 40 million maybe somewhere else. I'm not saying this team's going to win a championship even if they do get Paul George, but for some viewership, and like I said with KD, to have Paul George come back to the Pacers, they re-sign Pascal Siakam. And by the way, Paul George will help with their defense because this is a team that was very bad in defense. Obviously, adding Pascal helped with that a little bit, but they were like last pretty much in defense or bottom five. Paul George helps that. You got now a guy who can help ball handle with Tyrese Halliburton, a guy now that Tyrese Halliburton can pass to for open threes or if he's getting double teamed. And then he also fits the pace a little bit. And this is the best part about Paul George because this is why I thought they were struggling a little bit for the Pacers. Because Tyrese Halliburton, when it comes to half court and not playing, not fast pace, just one side of the court, Paul George can help you now with these bailout shots, these under 10-second shot clock shots, and can create a play or create a shot for himself. And of course, he's coming back to the Pacers. That's perfect, and it would help his legacy if he can help them go back to the conference finals or go back to or maybe go to the finals because like they were literally in the Eastern Conference Finals without Tyrese Halliburton. Now, where I think reality's happening, I think Paul George is going back to the Clippers. I think because one, Paul George is from this podcast and all that, and then he's from Cali. He's kind of from over there. And I think it would just make sense money-wise, too, with the new stadium that the Clippers are getting, the new arena, the logo, to have the same star of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George back. And then you also have that story. And by the way, this is like the realistic and what basketball would make sense for championships and like storylines, like WWE shit. But, yeah, Clippers just make perfect sense to me. Like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, they have another chance because, like I said, they could use that excuse of, well, Kawhi didn't play. We took the defending Western Conference champs, Dallas Mavericks, that went to the finals to 7. So, yeah. Or I think it was 6. I don't remember. Let me know in the comments below. So I think Paul George resigns, maybe a 2-3 year deal, a nice little friendly deal back with the Clippers. Now, KD, this is what I mean storyline. Okay, OKC, they need a big guy. Clearly, with Alex Caruso, big guy like a Clinton Capella. I don't know about Andre Drummond. I just don't think Andre Drummond fits that team. I think Clinton Capella fits that team because then when you take Check out, you got a defensive guy who can get you not only 10 rebounds, Jason Bourne shit, 10 rebounds, but also get you points, in the paint. Someone you could lob to because Clint Capella's pretty solid with that. It's trouble. Andre Drummond will, when it comes to late games or he's not a good free throw shooter, but is a monster rebounder for playing 10, 15 minutes. It wouldn't be bad, but I would get Clint Capella. Anyway, aside from all that, I'm sorry that I did that. KD in the playoffs, OKC. Shade was doing nice, averaging his pretty much his season average. Josh Giddey obviously lost his starting spot. Jalen Williams, the starter, incredible, dude. He was in the first round, second round, hitting some nice fourth quarter, third quarter threes, clutch ass shots. He's only ascending. Check, Rookie year, well, technically not because he was hurt and was balling out, but he's still not there. And this is when I say KD comes perfect. Imagine if KD was on OKC the season right that just passed, and they played Dallas. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right? They would have made it to the finals. That's what they were missing. They were missing a vet, someone a vet star who can hit the fourth quarter shot, third quarter shot, help Shea get 20 and 30. And KD ain't that bad at defense. Now I said they still need a five because you can't have KD at the five and check at the five. That was their issue. But Check is an incredible five, by the way. But you need like a beefier five, an actual true to just a traditional center for OKC. But I just think the story's perfect. He redeems his, a fake championship, even though he's a Finals MVP for those two Golden State Warrior championships. It's just enough like LeBron. And the viewership, like I said with Paul George, even when LeBron went back to Cleveland, it'll redeem yourself to come back to OKC, a small franchise, by the way, but it feels big because of Sam Presti and because of who he drafted, James Harden, KD, and Russell Westbrook. To win a ring there or bring them back to the finals is even good enough. And I just think if I'm KD, it should happen. That's the basketball of my fantasy. Realistically, what I think is going to happen, clearly what Woj is saying, looks like the Phoenix Suns are most likely going to either trade him. So the Rockets are trying their best to get him. That's why they got involved in the Nets trade. That's why they got involved. They're just pretty much the Rockets are going to try to throw the kitchen sink because they feel like with the young guys now, with Green, Smith, that they're ready to win now, and KD's that missing piece. I don't think so. They're not going, as long as that West stays the same, even with KD on the Rockets, it's almost in a similar situation he's been the past 3 years with the Nets, with the Suns. Like, you're going to be a 6-15. KD is not the number one guy no more. That's over. He's the number 2 and number 3 on a championship team. In my honest, respectful opinion, until you get to the playoffs, then he bumps up back to the 1 because of experience, and it's still Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in NBA history. That's why in OKC he's perfect because you got your number 1 option in Shea and Williams. But with Houston, I just don't know. But realistically, it might look like it might be either Houston or maybe run it back one more year with the Phoenix Suns. But I also think there's a sneaky team that's going to come out of nowhere and take KD, but it's not going to be OKC, but it should. And then last but not least, Klay Thompson. I'll get the realistic one. He's going to resign probably with Golden State just because of the championships, the history, the actual being a human being, what it means, to be with a franchise that you started with, you helped build, became a dynasty with Steph Curry, Splash Brothers. I think he's going to get a nice 2-3 year deal, and then I think he's going to retire with the Golden State Warriors. I think that just makes perfect sense. In my head, though, I think it should be the Orlando Magics. And if it's not the Magics, a young team that needs a shooter. But I'm not even going to get into all that. But imagine, though, if he was on the Magics. Because I just think that's perfect. Just realistically and the basketball-wise, just finish it up at with the Warriors. I don't think the Warriors are going to win a championship, honestly. That's just me, unless they make like a big move, a sneaky move out of nowhere, like a Joel Embiid goes there or some crazy shit. And other than that, you guys let me know what you think. This is just fun. I know it's kind of weird, but let me know what you guys think they're going to go. That's how I feel. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.